We started this project just 14 days ago, and I want to catch you up to speed as the progress we have made so far. We have a lot of the features that have been implemented, and I'm excited just to share you where we've come from in just 14 days and show people just like yourself that you can do this as well if you just have an idea and you want to put it into action. So we've been using a lot of Claude code lately, and we had to go back and redo our sub-agents directory because we actually really need to put these sub-agents to work, but we hadn't set it up correctly. So I had fixed that and did that, and now we have 3 sub-agents that are connected to our program and to our product that's going to help us just make more progress quicker. So we started out in Bolt, now we're using Claude Code, and it's been really helpful. I want to show you the progress we've made on the actual front end side and kind of the workflow on how this vision is coming to life. Day 1 was just working on the landing page, and this is not a final copy. So this was just built to portray the idea, what our product does, and have people join the waitlist. So that's it. It's basically a way for people to take photos of items and get them listed onto marketplaces like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari much quicker than actually manually filling out item specifics and descriptions. So after you sign in, you then get access to the dashboard, and I want to take you through the workflow as to what we have built out so far. The dashboard is still going to be worked on, but at least we have a working product for the most part. So after you enter the dashboard, the overview page is going to give you a kind of breakdown of your current sell-through rate, products that are selling well in your store. You're going to be able to have this connected up to eBay in your account, so you're able to track analytics and then also have AI analyze those analytics so you can make better decisions as a reseller. So that's where the overview page, the vision for it is. And basic function, the halo feature of our product is basically taking photos that you can input into our AI analysis and get a title, get the item specifics done and filled out, and then also get it priced up. So all of this is going to be done for you by you just simply uploading your photos. And it's going to make it a better user experience for people that want to just flip items real quick. And, it's going to be for the casual user and also for the full-time resellers out there. This is a huge pain point in the industry, by the way. So yes, we're going to want to upload our photos. Here are some test photos we are uploading. After they get uploaded, that is when you assign a SKU number for inventory tracking. We will go with 1. Once the SKU number is assigned, then it takes you to the generate listings page. You can see here nothing has been generated. There's no price. There's no knowledge of this item at all. So you're going to go ahead and select the item and then have it do the analysis. We have Google Vision and GPT Vision APIs plugged into this project. So by using that technology, you're hoping to get keywords, brand, size, color, obviously, all of that information put into a listing essentially. So this is the main feature of the product, and we want to focus on making this the best it can be. So it's analyzing. You can see here it got Wall Street Bull hoodie, men, medium, black pullover, graphic, long, casual, cotton. So not the best keywords, but still it's much more progress than we've made just a few days ago. So let's see here. I wanted it to be really specific with the keywords. The pricing isn't all that good, but at least it got the size. It didn't analyze the condition either. So in this video, we're kind of just going to be troubleshooting a lot of the things that we want implemented into our project and seeing us work through those. So it got it in the right category, basic info. That's great. So once that is done, it then would essentially be listed onto eBay. So we want to go back to Claude and say, so the AI analysis returned successfully, but I don't see any item specifics filled out. Is there a way that we could pull item specifics that are required and recommended on eBay for listing clothing? I don't see it anywhere in our dashboard when the AI analysis happens. Also, the AI analysis failed to get the condition of the item. And just to give you some context, this idea was just started 14 days ago, ideabrowser.com. That's where I got the idea. Why we started to implement this idea was because I'm already involved in the niche. I've already done it. I've already known the pain points and the problems. This solves a big problem, which is listing items. And people don't have to pay virtual assistants to list items now. They don't have to waste time listing their items by themselves. That's where the AI integration comes in. People can just upload the photos, have listings done in seconds, and that's kind of the problem we're solving within this niche. And I'm showing people like yourself that you can build something similar to, maybe you're involved in a niche already and you have an idea that solves a pain point. Today's the day to be building it. We started this project off in bolt.new and we ended up making major progress, getting the front end, the back end, Supabase integrated, GitHub all set out. And then we just got to a point where it was really difficult to make subtle changes without breaking like the back end or breaking Supabase, things like that. So then we just started 2 days ago, starting working with Claude Code and just getting familiar with using it. And you're going to see a lot more videos like this in the series of me just figuring it out, asking Claude Code, what is the best sub agents for our program? What is, maybe some good hooks and hacks that we could be using for our project. And that's all going to be documented here. Amazing. So we've made major progress. I love seeing it come together, and I do believe that we're going to be able to launch this product within the next 30 days, as I'm going to be working on it every day, releasing a video every day, keeping you up to date on the progress that we're making. We already have an email list. We already have email signups. Right now, we're working with kind of just enhancing the listing process, building in the features in the UI, pulling the data from eBay, and making it a great user experience. Like I said, it's very important for me, and I think for most people, to focus on the main selling point of your product. And until that is like the best it can be, then I think is good to start implementing more features, which I have tons of ideas, but I want to make sure that this feature works so good, then we can move on to other things. But I want to just make sure it works the best it can. So you see, perfect. I've successfully added the eBay item specifics display section to the item details page. So it implemented all of that. AI quality metrics, smart filtering. Okay. Now when users run AI analysis on clothing items, they'll able to see all the comprehensive eBay specific data that was previously hidden. This addresses your requests. The data is already being generated by the AI analysis pipeline. It was just not displaying in your UI until now. Well, let's check it out. All right, let's see if it implemented those changes. I keep telling myself, as long as we're just making progress, that's all that matters. So that's why I'm hopeful and happy to share all of everything that we're going through, because it doesn't really matter, where you're at in your project, as long as you're just like making a little bit of progress, a little bit every day worked on. Over time, you're going to see results. So let's go through the workflow again and see what changes it made. All right, so back in the generate listings page, we're just working with the same item because I want to see what changes it makes. Error. All right, so let's copy paste the code, which is something we've been good at recently. And whenever there's an error like that, I just give it back to Claude and have it fix it. Because like I said, I'm not a 30-year veteran of software engineering and coding, but this is the nice thing to be alive in this time, to be able to process errors just like this and learn along the way. I think it's important to get at least some understanding on why it wasn't working. So the logs show that the AI analysis was working and extracted the information, and it was successfully extracted. However, I notice the AI analysis is being flagged for manual review. Let me check the condition detection issue and work on improving it. I love it. All right, so it has implemented those changes. Last time we got an error. Let's see what happens. All right, well, it came back. I was hoping in this table it would have all the item specifics filled out. Also didn't put the color of the item in the title. So we're going to go back to Claude. The AI analysis worked, but I don't see the color of the item in the title. And also, I don't see full eBay item specifics displayed in the UI. After the item is analyzed, I can click edit, but I don't see anything on the page. And this is why it's so good for new beginners to work with Claude and just basically do what it like explain why it's not working and what you want it to do and why you want it to do it. So it's going to investigate why eBay item specifics are not displayed in the UI, fix color detection for the title, check why edit page shows nothing. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue. All right, so Claude wants me to navigate to the item details page and go to the debug section showing the raw AI analysis data, and then it will help it understand what is actually stored in the AI analysis field and whether the eBay item specifics has any data. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in. I copy pasted that info from the console logs and I'm copying it into here. Also some other things that I noticed. So I see that the title was very generic and also it didn't capture the size. Here's the console logs. All right, so we fixed some of the errors and let's see how it goes. Analysis failed. Analysis failed. Here's the logs. Let's give it another shot, see what happens. Much better, much better. Great title, amazing. So the edit listings page is not, it's just not how, if I were to publish this listing to eBay, it's not putting what eBay requires into this pop-up modal. So let's fix that. For the most part, it looks pretty good though. So I will tell Claude that. All right, a couple things. The AI analysis worked. The title looked great. It got the color, it got the size, but the pop-up modal when clicking edit listing after the AI generation still does not show the required and recommended eBay item specifics for that particular item in that particular category. Also, after generating the AI analysis, the item fails to appear in my dashboard overview page. Is there any way we can fix that and also implement the eBay analysis price optimizer agent within the edit listings modal so users can know what that item sells for so they could price it accurately? Ideally, after the AI generation, we would want them to be able to review that listing and publish straight to eBay right after the AI analysis. Sometimes you just got to give Claude all of the things you're thinking about. All right, after kind of just dumping all the ideas and the corrections we needed to make, it summarized edit listing modal eBay specifics, so it should show that. Dashboard refresh issue and eBay price optimizer is now integrated into that workflow after the AI analysis. Direct eBay publishing. Amazing. Let's go check it out. Okay, so it did add in some pretty good features. I do like, the basic info, the eBay item specifics. I think that these should be combined in one page, and then the price optimizer. So very cool, and I'm just going to make those suggestions to Claude. I like the changes. They look great, but I think basic info, eBay item specifics, and price optimizer should just be on one page instead of 3 different tabs. Also, are we getting all of the item specifics from the eBay API? Because it looked like we were missing some recommended item specifics according to the item category we are listing. And also, is the eBay API returning accurate sales data based on the item we are analyzing and listing? We are still using the eBay API sandbox. I wonder if we need to switch to the production model. Just give it all. Give it all the information, all your thoughts. Okay, so in this project, we've been working on the eBay sandbox API, which has been good for testing things out, but where we're seeing where we want like real live data coming in is we need to switch to the production API that we have. We just got approved a couple weeks ago, so I just need to update that in Netlify, and hopefully that will help with the item specifics not coming through on our end, which is what we really want. And each item that you list on eBay, say it's a t-shirt versus a hoodie versus a jacket, is going to have a different set of item specifics that need to be filled out in red by the AI analysis to be able to bring that information and pre-fill out all of that required information before you list an item. So that's something that we're going to switch into and see how it all works. So to add in the production model, I need to add in those environmental variables in Netlify, like I just said, and that is going to enable us just to get much more data. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I added those environmental variables into Netlify, and I do have a production API key. I do have a eBay developer account. Now it says to enable production mode. Can you do that on my end, or how do I do it? Okay, after adding those environment variables into Netlify, I'm going to deploy project so it accepts the changes. All right, so we're making progress during this project, and I know it may seem slow, but I'm going to continue to document the journey. If you have questions, please comment down below. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I could be doing better. But like I said, for me and my ideal progression of this project is that we're just making a bit of progress each day. And yes, we're going to encounter new errors, new changes, but this is what it's like. This is what it is. So I hope you guys have a blessed rest of the day, and we'll see you in the next one.